Charles IV, King of Bohemia and
Charles
Holy
the
Roman Emperor,
Fourth.
had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded. And his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life.
Oh my.
But Wenceslas did
What
not
is this?
take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits.
Does seem awfully frivolous to me.
He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope.
Huh.
Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided...
Yeah, I've owned this game since it came out like 2 years ago. I think it came out in 2018.
...to force him to abdicate.
Because it always looked really interesting to me, but I just never got around to playing it, because when it first came out, like, I heard a lot of really bad reviews saying it was like full of bugs and stuff that would completely break the game. But since then they've updated it and added DLC and everything else, and I've heard it's pretty smooth now, like no glitches or anything like that. I just never actually got back to it to try it out, but I've heard it is a pretty good game, so we'll give it a shot and see what happens. I played it for a little bit earlier before the stream just to make sure I could get it streaming correctly, so that's why it said I had played it earlier. But this one, like, the big selling point of this is it's like supposed to be pretty accurate, like historically. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which had flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV. But now, with his son Wenceslas the Idle, the king's inactivity angered many of the nobility, as well as his half-brother King Sigismund of Hungary, who decided to take drastic steps to restore, I can't read that fast, to restore order of the Holy Empire. Yeah, that's why it's always kind of appealed to me too. I've always been kind of really, for some reason, drawn to especially the medieval and the Renaissance period of history. So this game supposedly has really high historical accuracy, which includes the fact that swords do a lot of damage in real life. So in this game, apparently the combat's extremely hard and you can die with like one hit pretty easily. Silver Scallots 1403. See what I mean about the music in this? It's like way better than the music in Bannerlords. Especially on the console when it first came out, I guess it was horrible on the consoles. Like, there were so many bugs on some of the consoles. I guess specifically the original Xbox One, like if you played the game, 90% of the textures wouldn't even load into the game. So it got like a real bad rap when it first came out for being like a horrible game. But the game itself, I've heard, is really good. It's just when it first came out, there were so many bugs and so many game-breaking glitches that people gave it a hugely bad rep. Then it just kind of didn't sell too well because of that. But since then it's came back. Like, there's like a big cult following. They've released a bunch of DLC for it and apparently sold enough copies to make pretty good profit off of it. So I finally decided I'd give it a shot.
How goes it?
See
Good.
what it's like.
I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well,
Hey Snowball, welcome.
it looks like he was out all evening. Drinking
Good
like
time,
a
and we just got
lord.
off of the other game and got onto this one because I wasn't enjoying the other game all that much.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
This one definitely seems to have a much higher production value, I can already tell that. So I play as the blacksmith's lazy son. Yeah, I decided to play both because I wasn't really, I was kind of losing interest in the other game after about an hour. So.
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabag.
Oh boy.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him.
Oh,
Now
I'll
get
vex
up
him
quick.
all right. I'll vex him.
Breakfast is on the table.
I'll vex him real good.
Wait, what's this?
Mom,
Have
don't
you
worry
been-
about it.
Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
My back, Mom.
Nothing.
God.
It's just a scratch.
Moms, am I right?
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it.
No, I was fighting a
You know how he feels
raccoon.
about it.
I swear.
Don't worry, it wasn't that.
He was going through the trash. I had to fight him off.
I just scratched myself is all.
Yeah, I scratched
well.
myself.
Just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Mom's always getting in people's business. Don't worry about why I'm scratched, okay? Why are you scratched? How about that, huh? What's that handprint on your butt? Huh? What's that? Answer me that. One thing I have heard about this game is the load times are pretty horrible. So, we'll hope that they're not that bad. Because it's one of those open, like it's...
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
None of your business. Where's that one? Where's none of your business? By means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you'll select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry. All characteristics can be further developed without limitations. I was dancing, and I ripped my hand open while I was dancing.
I was sweating in the forge all day
Something
yesterday,
a little believable.
and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Ooh!
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me.
Don't touch your mom like
It's
that, dude.
connected with that
I'll get
scratch
whooped.
on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
What does it matter? Yeah, you're gonna get slapped right across the face.
You think he's teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here. I'm not lying to you, Ma.
All right,
I do
then,
like
if
the
you
voice
say
acting
so.
already. It's really nice.
I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Well, maybe that's because Dad's dim. You ever think of that? I can't see that. I can't say that, huh?
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for
Go to the sword fighting
no,
lesson.
I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging
It's like,
around
I swear
a
I haven't been sword
somewhere,
fighting,
as
Mom. Trust
usual.
me, I definitely was not sword fighting in the first quest that comes up. Make sure you go to your sword fighting lesson. Don't want to be late.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon. You've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're
Damn,
nothing but
Ma.
trouble.
They're my friends. They're my boys, Ma.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Yeah, it's right. That's what you should do.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he
Radzig.
was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
Pride.
Fine. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
It does. It looks like such a nice day. I haven't even been able to see what it looks like. You're talking to me. You're talking my ear off, Ma. Get out of here.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
And honestly, if you didn't wake me up, I wouldn't have to worry about what kind of day it was. I was sleeping just fine. Who cares if it's 1 p.m., Mom? Come on, we can't even tell time now. We don't have clocks. Oh, it does look like a nice day. What a beautiful evening. Man, the graphics are really good in this game. Give me that cheese. Give me all that cheese. I'm a little mousy. Can I drop my cheese in it? No. Apparently I cannot drop cheese into soup. Oh, delicious. Now I have health. This is a role-playing game, alright. I can sit here and just sit. Just sit. Just sit all day. Get absolutely nothing done. Just sit. Give me those apples. I want them. Oh my. It's a little, unexpected. Give me that bread roll. Oh, can I dip the bread roll in it? Oh, I can dip an apple in it. Didn't work. Oh well, I don't know what that does. Oh. Nails for Teresa. So I have to find somebody named Teresa and give her her nails. What's that? It's like shafts of light coming from nowhere. I like it, I like it. Is it a quality stream? Is it like running well? Because I feel like this is like super high level graphics and I'm kind of surprised it's not like chugging. Oh, I'm taking all of Mom's carrots. Screw you, Mom. Take all of her apples. Ma, what are you doing? You need to go get more carrots and more apples. We're out. We're completely out, Mom. Jeez. You're slacking. Yeah, it's just a calm day. We're just relaxing. Man, this is really nice looking. Hey, Mom, what are you doing, man?
Henry, what do you need, son?
Just want to say hi, Mom.
Good luck, then.
I like this game already. What the heck? What was that? I went to hit the shift button to run and my Steam overlay came on for some reason. See, this is more my kind of game, like a story game.
You hear me calling you?
Really high quality voice acting. Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. You can simply use speech, which however is influenced by the reputation you have with the person you're talking to. In the Middle Ages, social status is paramount, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference in how people respond to you. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you and will also be more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced mainly by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment, but other things are also taken into account, such as bloodstains on your clothes. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree on a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping. In special cases, you can try any other skill, such as horsemanship. It's not only the manner of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer. Because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what you're going to say. Oh, that seems interesting. So, it's not just about stats. The outcome is influenced by other factors. Your reputation, whether you're dirty or bleeding. If you can't outdo the nimble tongue of a merchant, for example, you may want to poison him a little first, and then he'll be easier to persuade. Or if you lead a guard away from his friends, he'll be easier to scare. Different approaches work on different people. I guess I should have read that first. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. That's because Henry's abilities aren't simply assigned a universal value, but compared with the abilities of his counterpart, you can see the values of the various abilities in the game under the corresponding icons. You can always see your own abilities. Your counterpart's abilities are visible to you if it's someone you know well or if you're skilled at reading people. That seems pretty intense. Dad, I had something to do. Mind your own business. I won't be ordered around. Start a fight. I don't think that would go well.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time.
Sorry, Father.
Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
Sorry.
How, my boy?
Sorry.
When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
I feel like what I said didn't even make any sense.
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Got it.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Oh, gosh.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up?
Goodness, Dad.
All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool
That's
one.
his girlfriend.
Run along now. Work won't wait.
Goodness, I'm like a little errand boy. Is that what it was like living back then? Because that's kind of what it's like living as anybody's child at any time. It's like, oh, well, there's all these errands I want you to do. And that's how it was when I grew up. As soon as I got my driver's license, I was like the little errand boy for my parents. They're like, oh, you know what? I meant to go to the store earlier today. I went to go to the store earlier today, but I completely forgot. Conveniently, you just got your driver's license yesterday. Why don't you go to the store for me, then stop at the bank on your way, actually, and make a deposit and make a withdrawal at the same time, then use the money that you withdraw to get the groceries, but make sure you get $100 back to me. So get enough to buy the groceries and give me $100, but make sure you deposit the other money first. I was like, Mom, this isn't why I got my license.
Hey, Pip, do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so. Thanks.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death.
Somebody else's death.
What do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens,
That's right.
today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
What does that even mean?
Yes?
I'm ready to get it
I'll
stuck
wait on
in.
the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Money, charcoal, crossguard, ale. Anything else, Dad? Anything else I could possibly do in this village? Doesn't even seem like there's that many people in here. He literally wants me to talk to every single person once. Gosh, he's so bossy. Who does he think he is? He's just a blacksmith. I'm ready for my sword lesson.
Whoa!
Look at his armor, that's pretty cool looking. Why does he only have one piece of armor and it's on his knees? Apparently back in medieval ages they went for the knees. I'm getting into the role of my character. He's angsty. I'm a medieval 1400s teenager. Why wouldn't you just train me instead of leaning on the wall?
Can we get started?
We can.
Sure can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Guess he's on his way out of town today or tomorrow. Because they said he was like a traveling guy that traveled with swords.
Let's start with the basics. Keep moving.
Oh, I know how to keep moving. Yeah. Left shift. So then if I want to run away, I have to hit left shift. Got it.
All right,
that'll probably come in handy.
Now try to hit me.
Okay.
You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key.
It's kind of cool.
Never repeat yourself.
Very similar to what they were doing in War and
Once again, not bad.
Mountain Blade Bannerlord that we just stopped playing a minute ago.
Very good. Good.
Oh, I thought I was about to smash him on the face.
Stabbing. Try it a few times.
Alright. Yeah,
Nice.
stab you right in the head.
Very good. Alright. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow
Where's it coming
with another.
from? Where's it coming from?
Good. All right. Not bad.
Huh.
Again.
That's it? That's my sword lesson? That was easy. I'm
I don't
so
know
ready to
about
kill
you,
people.
but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience.
Thank you, Vanyek. I appreciate your training. I hope we run into each other again sometime. Sword's pretty cool looking too. So I don't actually have a sword. He just gave me a wooden sword to play with. So I need to go collect the debt from Kunesh first, right? And then I have to come back and buy the charcoal and then buy the ale. And then pick up the crossguards. So Kunesh is at C. C for Kunesh, even though it starts with a K. But it sounds similar, so that's how you remember it. Yeah. You discovered a traitor. Oh my. So the thing about this game is that they actually did like a lot of historical studies and a lot of historical accuracy for the game. So like all of this stuff actually happens in a real time period of the world where Charles IV died and his brother, I guess, when Cecilus IV, it was his son, became like the new ruler, but he did a horrible job of it. And then he was overthrown forcibly by Sigismund, and then that's where we're at now. Like, that's the turmoil that's happening in the area we live in the game right now. Kunish is at D, is he? I thought he was C. No, he's C. C for Kunish. Even though it starts with K, we've been over this.
God be with you, Kunesh.
Diaz and Dick, drunk douche. Deadline, have you played the game before? This is my first time playing, so I don't know anything about it. Thanks for joining the stream, by the way.
To get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Hey, he does seem like a D. You're right.
I knew you'd be trouble. Father says if you don't pay up, he'll come here himself and hammer those nails into your hairy arse.
A few times.
I'd like to see him try. Fuck off, you bastard, or your old man will be pulling those nails out of you.
This guy is a D. What the heck? Debts must be paid or pay you drunkard. Do I really feel like I can, like, take this dude? Or do I just go run to my dad and tell him? What do you guys think? Been following it since yeah, I bought it back when it first came out, like 2 years ago, and I just kept hearing really bad things about how crashy it was and how many bugs it had. So I never actually played it back then. But now I've been hearing that it's really good, and like with all the DLC and all the patches they've done, it's like a perfect game. So I wanted to actually start playing it because I've been wanting to play it since it came out. But I didn't want that bad experience of like having it crash on me all the time. What's chat think? Should we like try and fight this dude? Flex my muscles. Pay you.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think
So
you
sassy.
can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me. Would you?
You son of a
Oh, it
whore.
failed, and
How
I
dare
lost
you speak to me
reputation.
like that? Didn't your
Whoops.
thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Uh-oh.
Goodbye.
Okay, well, our first fight. Oh, gosh. So, Deadline, in this game, can you, like, ruin, like, can you just get such bad decisions that you just completely ruin your chance of doing certain things? Use my wooden sword. Kick your opponent away, jab, direct hand blow to the face. Nice. Lock onto opponent, switch to next opponent, block. This indicator shows roughly how much health your opponent has left. The more wounded he is, the slower he'll attack and react when the end is near. He may either try to flee or surrender. Oh, there's no fleeing, I can tell you that right now. Not the way this guy talked to me, he's done. Icons, I'll take his payments off his dead body if I have to. Icons that notify where you're wounded and if you're bleeding. My gosh, this game seems way deeper than I thought it was. If an opponent strike hits your armor or you block it, it will cost you stamina. When your stamina is completely depleted, you won't be able to defend yourself and will be wounded. Attacking will also deplete your stamina, especially when wielding a heavy weapon. If you cover yourself badly and your armor is weak, strikes will wound you. Heavy wounds will lead to bleeding, and bleeding will lead to death. The more your health is depleted, the lower your maximum stamina. Well, Deadline, I do plan on playing this game more. I was playing this, and I played Bannerlords before it, and I can already tell you I enjoy this game way more. So I will definitely be planning on playing this more. If you want to join the streams as we play, you might be able to give me some tips or some pointers.
Yeah! Bollocks!
I hit the swing button, dude. Swing him. Swing! Ah! I'm dying! Chat, I'm dying! Wow. That was horrible.
You had it coming, you pup.
You will always generally get to the end point, but with rep level decisions and failures you get there will change. I'm gonna die. I wish I would have beat him, but I don't know if you even can this early in the game.
One beating wasn't enough for you.
Bring it.
But you still owe my father.
Oh my gosh.
From me. Tell that to your old
My
man.
face is so bloody.
I'm telling you, lay one finger on me and I'll have you thrown in jail.
You just assaulted a kid. Why aren't you going to jail, butthole? God. So I failed that mission, obviously. Guess I should have went and told my dad. So I need to go over to my mother and get her to patch me up real quick. Man, I completely got crushed on that. Multiple ways, or example, you have friends in town and you can also have them help you whoop his. Oh, nice. I wish I knew that. You can see your health in the red bar on the lower edge of the screen, the level of. Oh, I missed it. Mom! Mom, some drunk butthole just whipped my ass. I don't remember how to get home. Now, why do we live in such a fancy place? He's just the blacksmith, right? Our whole area is like fenced off from the rest of the village. Dad! The guy beat my ass, Dad! About the things you wanted.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
No, all I got was a concussion and an ass whooping.
When I asked Kunish to pay, he fought me instead.
That bastard. You don't look too bad, though. Did you get the better of him?
Sure did.
I'm fine, but he didn't give me the money.
Ah, it doesn't matter. I'll sort him out this evening. I've no time for him now.
rob Kunesh.
But without Kunish's money, I
What?
can't buy those other things you want.
What?
Here's coin for the charcoal and the ale. I'll get it back from that mongrel this evening.
Got your ass whooped the first time too. Too proud to back down. How'd I lose reputation there though? I tried. I did my best. So typically in a game like this, I would probably like reload and try it again. But I think we're gonna play this the first time as just whatever bad decisions I make, I live with.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. You won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop
What the hell?
squealing like a baby and show me that.
Such a whiner.
There you are,
Ma!
good as new.
Ma!
You ought to learn to do that
No
yourself.
mulligans. Yeah,
Thanks,
I
Ma.
already decided coming into this game that I wasn't gonna allow myself to just redo things to get a better result. If I screw it up, I screw it up. I live right outside the main castle in town because blacksmith is a very important job. Oh, I guess that's true, yeah. Oh, so that's the castle, gotcha. There were other times I stayed in town robbing and killing and selling and hoping for the best. Robbing and killing? So this is almost like Skyrim, but like a more realistic version of Skyrim. Hey Take, welcome to the stream, how are you?
May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
So what else do I need to do? Oh, what? I left, so I can't go back and try to get the stuff? Because it had a quest here saying that I could go back and try and get it another way. Oh, that sucks. You're finally no longer scared of crablets. Well, that stinks. That must be why I lost the renown, because I didn't go back and try another way to get the stuff from him.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
God be with you.
I did not read any of that. Charcoal. Boop. How much charcoal did I need? One bag. Wait, what? I need to buy 10 bags, gotcha. The game really throws a lot at you during that last chapter. It does, it does. Or is it the last chapter, or is that a different one that you're playing? I can haggle. Can I talk them down on price?
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
Excuse me. Haggling works both ways, whether you want to buy cheap or sell dear. Just select the amount you want to pay or get W and S and confirm with E. The trader will then respond to your offer. If the answer is a refusal, he or she will make a counter offer and wait for your response. As long as the counter offer isn't getting my ass kicked, I'm good. If the slider can't be moved in one direction or the other, it means either you or the trader does not have enough money. Dragging out the haggling with one offer after another will gradually try the trader's patience, and eventually they'll drop the haggling completely. You can see how close you're getting to that point from the trader icon below the bar. The more gold there is in the background, the closer the trader is to dropping the haggling. Every unsuccessful bout of haggling lowers your reputation. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna like have a horrible reputation with everybody by the end of this. Just give me 5 cents off, dude. That's all I want.
Is this enough?
Come now, just a little more and we have a deal. All right, so.
Ah, I won. I won that haggling so much. If you found friends and helped them with something, they help you fight them. You should get all things prior to reporting back to Pops. Just things you learn along the way, but don't want to spoil too much for you. I appreciate it, but I am kind of bummed that I didn't go back and find a way to steal all that stuff from him.
Fabric, brocade, satin. You'll find it all here.
Sure I will. Pick up the crossguard, buy ale at the tavern. Gotcha.
Kettles for water, baskets for goods, and torches for the night. I have it all.
Good for you. Where's the tavern? It said I found it. Where is it? It's this way. No, it's this way.
Good, strong
Handy
linen,
implements and
delicate
machines
velvet,
of
beautiful
every kind.
and functional.
Maybe I still can. But I already lost the reputation for not getting it, so what would be the point of doing it now?
You can't be serious, Deutsch. In insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tartars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Tartars.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deity.
But I heard he throws some wicked parties, though.
Traitor. Now even the Pope
God be with you, Henry.
Sneaking into his home and steal them, always
What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians?
I'll tell you after they're done
nowadays,
talking.
Not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
Talking politics usually is.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
I'm still all bloody.
Deutsch is an idiot. Well, what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
Throwing some
What do you
turds
say,
will do.
Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things.
One of the best parts of the game is
We're
the
finishing
multiple
Sir
ways to get a
Ratchet's
lot of goals and missions done, even with initial
Got a
failures.
few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
I love the way that guy talks.
It's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Am I gonna smear this dude's house with shit? I don't know. Am I? I don't know. It seems like a pretty big, I mean, he is talking smack about the king, right? I mean... Oh, I'm in.
Oh, well.
I'm in.
Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Smear his house with some shit, dude, yeah. So take, essentially what it is, it's like a historically accurate, or at least I've heard it says historically accurate as a game can get, game about the 1400s. This town I'm in is Silver Skalitz, which is actually a real town that existed back then. And essentially what it is I'm playing as the blacksmith's son in this town at a time where there's like a lot of political turmoil because King Wenceslas, like they were just talking about at the table there, is he took over the throne from his father, and apparently he's a horrible king. He is just essentially partying all the time, using his rule and his money to just have a good time, not really doing anything kingly. And because of that, his throne was kind of not abdicated, but somebody kind of took matters into their own hands. Sigismund, the guy that the other guy was talking about at the table, took matters into his own hand and is trying to like throw Wenceslas's throne essentially, or at least get him to change his ways and be a better ruler. So that's what that whole conversation was about. Was they were fighting about which one is in the right. So what are we doing? We're gonna throw some turds, guys? What's going on?
So are we doing this or not?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why?
The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
You're clearly not. I have a feeling my current appearance is probably going to have some effect here.
What do you want, lad?
Please don't mind my appearance. I was in a very horrible fight.
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well,
he said his wife's a dirty
he kept
hag.
saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. That sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Me too, because I'll tell you, as somebody who's been in a fight, it's not that fun. Look at my face. Alright guys, let's throw these turds. Yeah, I think that's kind of why I was interested in this game, because I've always been interested in the medieval times. Being able to play a game that's...
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet!
Fire the trebuchet.
For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory.
Now remember, everybody, wash your hands.
Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo!
Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse Hans! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbyszek?
Zbyszek?
Hanging out
What kind of
with
name
this
is that?
boxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Turd to the face.
Fuck her! I'll make you pay for that.
I like the facial capture in this game, it's really nice. Go and get revenge on Deutsch, we just did. Oh no, another fight? No! Leave me alone, I'm not good at this. I just punched my own friend. Man, this guy's way easier to fight than that drunk dude. I don't care if you give up. There's no giving up. Oh, I guess I can't knock him out.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The
You want some too?
on his way.
Oh, I didn't even try because that's just horrible. Better fucking run too, he said. Oh, I totally got sidetracked. I'm definitely not achieving any of the missions my dad asked me to do. That fight was way easier. How can the drunkard be that easy? Tackle? That's my guy. I don't want to tackle him. That's cool. That's an option, though. That's not my guy. I'll tackle his ass. Tackle him. Oh, wait. I guess that is my friend, isn't it? We had 4.
Damn.
My dad isn't going anywhere. He's fine. I think we lost him, guys. The music is really nice. I like the music in this game. The graphics are good too. I like these tall grass. Alright, I think we've ran enough.
Huh?
Huh? Alright, back to more important ventures. Hello? I didn't just smear someone's house with shit.
Just roast it with a bit of lard, the same as usual. But add some rosemary and juniper. Rosemary? The best thing for hair. I heard it from a travelling merchant.
Alright. See, it's an educational game too. We just learned how to cook hair. Yeah, now that you're over your, now that the crablets don't bother you as much, I'm sure Half-Life Alyx would be easier to play now too. Where are those guys running to? They're just never gonna stop running. What did that say? Wash myself. Oh, I won't look like I'm freaking walking around with blood all over my face anymore. Hopefully.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
I look like
True,
I didn't
but
get my ass
that
whooped.
fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
We've sorted out Deutsch. Now I've got someone else to deal with.
Another meeting? Count me in.
Kunesh owes money to my father, but he won't pay. I'll have to shake it out of him.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then.
I like how that side mission has already been completely lost, so like I don't even have to do this, but we're still gonna go and beat the crap out of the guy anyway.
Kunesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catchpole? Just try it, you old drunk.
Oh yes, I can get revenge.
Look at this. Ha! Well, is that all?
Oh no, I'm not getting revenge. I'm just getting my butt kicked again.
Bugger!
Oh, okay, so I can hold the block button and attack at the same time. Oh, we totally got him that time.
Enough! Enough! I give
Oh, now he looks like I looked.
Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Funny thing about this is the exact opposite of how I usually play these games. I usually try to be like the nice guy who does everything good. And so far I've messed up every single thing I can possibly do. Now we're just gonna rob him blind, how about that? Nothing in here to take. Except there is a fine line between little VR headsets with leg and bloody flesh humans trying to jump on your skull and take control of your brains. I mean, technically it's all just pixels and paint anyway. So if you just tell yourself that the whole time, it shouldn't bother you too much, I hope. Oh, we totally stole all the stuff back. This is a ridiculous game already. And I'm gonna eat your food too. Just to drive it home. I've eaten too much, I won't be hungry for a much longer time now, but you'll be clumsy until you've digested everything. What? It's like a human simulator. Nice guys finish last though, right? Yeah, I guess so. It's a human being simulator. I'm clumsy until I finish digesting my food. Still have to go get that ale, then I can go back to Dad and be like, hey Dad, I know you told me to leave him alone, but I still whipped that guy's ass. Hope you're proud of me. What's E? What is E? Buy ale. Oh yeah, and then we still have to go to the castle, that's right.
Here.
Give me ale, woman.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
Speaking of
You
Half-Life
too,
Alyx
handsome.
take,
What brings you here?
got my Half-Life Alyx shirt on. Tell her you do, even though you actually do need ale, though.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir, I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
It is a nice shirt. It was a shirt given to me by a viewer of all things, if you believe that. This game has some extra things you need to focus on, including attire, cleanliness, food, and... Yeah, it said that earlier in a menu. It said something about, like, your attire and how your appearances will affect how people react to you. As honored as simple maid can be, and apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire? I mean, I do need a picture for father, but Deutsch is also saying stupid things.
The Deutsch is mouthing off again.
Get him out of here. Send him home.
And talk to me about him. He's a good customer, but when it comes to politics, he's unbearable. The number of times I had to throw him and the others out so they wouldn't start brawling.
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today.
He's an exceptional asshole.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring
As
me a
much
cool
as
one
you
from
got,
Sam.
he can drink a lot, that
Oh,
guy.
of course. Here you are.
Deadline, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks.
Or woman.
It's
I don't want to
on
make
me
any
today.
assumptions.
You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question.
Whoa, wait now.
Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
What the heck?
I can't wait.
What is this game?
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too.
He's really driving that flirt
by the
home,
way,
huh?
That shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Anya.
This game's ridiculous.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough.
So I can kill people,
You
obviously.
sound just like father. I'll be
Dude,
going.
okay, good to know.
See you this evening.
Remember though, your
How?
father wants it
I'll
cold.
make something special for you.
Oh
What's that
god,
say?
would you stop?
Now what would that be?
Your favorite.
Oh, okay.
Savior
I was
schnapps.
gonna say, they're just really driving this
You're an
home.
angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Awkward. Okay, remember though, your father wants it cold and would be upset if you wait too long and it goes warm. Oh, have you watched, what is that show? I Think You Should Leave. It's like a sketch comedy show on Netflix. There's a skit about that. The guy wants gazpacho soup, and they let it sit out on the counter for too long, and it warmed up to room temperature, and when he goes to eat it, he's all pissed off because he's like, it burned my mouth. Because I was expecting something cold, and when your brain is expecting something cold, and you touch it to your lips, and it's room temperature, it's just as bad as something scolding you. It was ridiculous. So let's make sure we don't do that to our dad. Save your snaps is important in how you save, not in a bed. Here's your beer.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm working on
Hey,
it.
you said what I said.
And how much longer will it take? Get a move on. We have to finish that sword today.
God, why does everybody treat me like
Or
I'm
do you want me to
trash?
look a fool in front of Sir Radzik?
No, I don't. I'll be back soon.
So I should have gotten that last. It's gonna warm up. Put it in the cooler. Get a little cozy for it. Hello, gentlemen. I'm just gonna make my way through. I guess not.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Oh, thank you. It's awfully nice of you to ask. Everybody's been treating me like garbage all day.
Father sent me.
It's not really an
We're
answer to
forging
his
a
question.
sword for Sir Radzik, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for
You
you.
don't save a
We
lot
looked
and do
them
a lot,
over.
and if you don't
Beautiful
save
work.
and do a
I've
lot
never
and
seen
die,
anything
progress be
so
gone and
fine.
sadness ensues.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Man.
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your
I don't know if you can cash those checks that your lips are making there.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Run! Get him back his cold drink. So you have to save a lot. I've never actually really played Skyrim. I tried Skyrim VR once, and then that's just the most I've played it. I have everything now, Dad.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good
Wait until
job.
you kill someone
Let's
just
have it
for
then,
their
son.
armor.
Well done.
That's horrible. Why would I ever do that?
Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us.
Oh, now it's a township tale.
Look at that, lad.
Yeah, that's my father take.
That's
yeah.
what I call craftsmanship.
He's the blacksmith for the town.
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig.
Because you learn nice guys finish last.
Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
Yeah, if only a township tale had stuff like that, yeah. Or this game was in VR.
By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
The drunk dude?
I'm not sure. Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dad.
Earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
What you do, Deadline?
Yes. Look me in the eye, Henry.
I don't want to get a lecture from my dad.
Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
No, because the next time I'll piss on his house.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish and what? You turn into a common thug.
Making me a man.
You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
It's a good life lesson. Like the dad on Doug said, and for some reason this has stuck with me my whole life.
Right, we'll do the grip.
You show me a man who resorts to violence, and I'll show you a man who's run out of good ideas.
I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it.
It's not even interactable.
Good. Once more.
It's kind of cool to see how they do it, though.
That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal.
Deep
here,
dark
I have your mother and
backstory.
you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here.
Yeah, if ATT's crafting was that advanced, that would be pretty cool. Words can be helpful in situations once you get that speech level raised. Just like in real life. That's all it takes to put a sword together, huh?
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa.
Oh, Teresa. Teresa's nails. I
Fetch them
got
for
them.
me, Hal. They're in the trunk in the living room.
I already fetched them, Dad. I stole your stuff earlier. I didn't tell you.
Henry, are you alright?
Oh, I'm guessing I still look beat up from the fight. Wash my face off, man. I gotta impress her. Wash yourself off. Oh,
What are you loitering
it's
around
too late.
here
It's
for?
too late. She already saw
What's
me.
the matter with you, Henry?
Oh, bring the nails to Teresa. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm flustered. Okay, I got my ass kicked twice today.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine.
He's still
Why'd
yelling
you
at
ask?
me.
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
He's still bitching at me. Dad, give me a break. Man, my boy Henry is stuck in a love triangle right here.
Fine lass, eh?
Dad, don't check her out.
Now stop
You're
staring
married to
at
my
her and
mom.
Come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
Hey, he's good with a sword. I guess you kind of have to be with a blacksmith, huh? Got to know how to use the tools you make. Otherwise, what good are you?
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Why am I wearing what I'm
Those
wearing? I
days
look
are
like a
gone, sir.
leprechaun.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
So you used to be a
Sir,
soldier.
what good is a sword to a
Let
commoner?
him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
What is my
Perhaps.
trade?
But who knows what the future holds for each of us.
Am I just intended to be
I
a
see that you
blacksmith
almost
because my
have it
dad's a
finished.
blacksmith?
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent.
The elf.
Fine work.
Henry
Very
the elf.
fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
So my
It's
dad's
been an
got
honor,
like some
says Svan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
deep
honor is mine,
backstory
Sir
that he's
Radzik.
kept secret from me.
Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzik said?
He was testing the
Why?
balance on it, Take.
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
Or
Talk as
just
if you've
whip my
seen it
ass.
happen. A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Clearly not beat them, apparently.
And you've no need to learn swordplay.
Is this going to be my need to learn swordplay? Perfectly cued.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
They need every man in the village for the war. Never mind, the war came to us. We got him, Dad. Me and you. We'll take him. Are they after Radzig? There was another side mission in town. Oh yeah, I did that before you came into the stream. That was like the first thing I did. Holy cow.
Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house.
He's like, I was wrong. You need to learn how to use a sword immediately.
Castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Must be nice to have royalty owe you something. You didn't really miss much. These guys just kind of appeared out of nowhere and started ransacking the village.
Closing.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I was in the middle of talking to my dad about how he doesn't want me to learn how to use a sword, and then these guys just showed up out of nowhere.
Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates. Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back.
You're such a horrible fighter, Henry. What are you gonna do? Wow. Oh, my dad's a badass, though. Dominating the countryside. Tractor! Damn, my dad is awesome. Oh. Why are all the games I play lately so sad? No. What? And it becomes a tale of vengeance. Yeah, sad and brutal, yeah.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run!
Don't give me the option to run at them, because I'll probably do it and die a horrible, gruesome death. Me versus an army of like 10 people.
Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat!
Dick move!
Down there!
What?
Down from the wall and flee!
They're like, ah, we couldn't keep the gate open 5 seconds longer. I'm sorry, you're on your own. Goodbye. It's an interesting opening to a game. Hey, I still have a sword. I learned skeleton. Run. The quest is called Run. I learned cumins. Get a horse, ride to Talmberg. I have to steal a horse? I'm running out of stamina. Nobody's even chasing me. Horse? Is there a horse down there? No. Nobody's even chasing me. They really just did him like that, yeah. They were like, I'm sorry, Henry, we couldn't keep the door open. Do I even have to run? Nobody's behind me. Oh. Oh, someone is coming. Hold it right there. Call your horse by whistling. Oh god, I'm dead. Don't kill me. Wow. A village lad like you has no chance of defeating the fearsome humans. Better run and save your skin. I didn't save. Oh, thank you. God. Whistle when you get to the house. I thought it was just going to be another boring RPG, but this is really cool. I think you were supposed to use your sword. Auto-save after attack. Yeah, that's why I wanted to play it, Take, is because I've heard it's a lot better than most RPGs. Like, it's really deep. It has a lot of different systems built into it, like... Oh, stop and smell the roses. It's not like I'm in any hurry. Ah! No! Stay left at the bottom of the hill. What was the whistle button? X?
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you!
Oh yeah, reputation gained, except I just detracted all these guys. Come here, horse. I need you. How do I get on? How do I get on? How do I get on? Run, 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 run. Get away. Gosh, those swords do a lot of damage. Wow, this is hard. My goodness, apparently I whistled way too early. One more try, chat. We got it. One more try. Get to horse and then whistle. Yeah. Good call. Don't pick up flowers. I'm a pig. You got this. So many deaths been there too. Yeah, that's the other thing I've heard about this game is in this game you are by no means like a hero or like powerful. Like you have to avoid battles more than actually battling people because it's realistic. So the swords do realistic damage. I have nothing but my little elf clothes on, so a sword will kill me like almost instantly. Okay, sneak. What was the sneak button? Sneak. 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 Okay, sneak faster. Sneak faster! Go, 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 go. Get the horse. What? Just get on it. I was pressing the wrong button. You can call your horse anytime by whistling to mount it. Trot is the horse's basic pace. Walk gives your horse a chance to recover. Canter ideally combines a faster pace with the horse's endurance. Gallop is the fastest gait, but it will soon deplete your horse's stamina. Your horse is smarter than some people and will stick to the path you're on. If you give him his head, just begin cantering and don't steer him. Your horse's stamina indicator it will deplete when galloping. If you try to push your horse when its stamina is low, it may throw you. Galloping can be exhausting and can deplete your stamina too, especially if you're not experienced horseman. My gosh, there's so many systems in this game. Get on, get in. Whistle, whistle, whistle. No, no! You said get on and then whistle. You said get on and then whistle! Did I save her? Did I save her? I didn't save her. Go back and save her. I saved her. I didn't save her. She's still getting raped. I fell off my horse. I'm dead. I'm doing better. There we go. There we go. Now get a horse. Now get a horse. Get a horse. Get out of the way. One more try. We got it. One more try. No, not new game. Even your finest clothing can lose its charm if hidden beneath battered armor or a layer of dirt and blood. So get close to the horse, whistle, Get on the horse, and then run away. Got it. Okay. Well, we get it this time. Spent a ton of time picking every flower in town once and leveled up a bunch for that. It is fun to try all the stuff you can do prior to the attack. Nailing it. Yeah, pretty much. That's the one time I ever tried to play Skyrim. Not Skyrim, Witcher 3. Like, all I did for like a half hour in that game was just catch butterflies. Wait, was that Skyrim? One of the two. I think Skyrim I caught butterflies a lot, and then in Witcher 3 I used like little Witcher vision to just find all the different plants and just pick plants for like a half hour and never played again.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you!
I got it. Just act like you're like the hero of an action movie or something.
Hell, you Tatar beast!
Whistle, jump on the back of the horse. Okay, now go, go, go. Get a chicken, ride a chicken. Ride a chicken out. Go, 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 they're coming. Nailed it that time. What? They're still hitting me.
Yeah.
Gallop. There we go. Oh yeah, they're way too far behind now. Woohoo! We made it! That's so horrible though, I'm just leaving while all of these people are getting massacred. Well, I'm dead. Yow! That's it. That's the end. Game over. This guy like right behind me. I feel like he underreacted being shot through the leg. Yeah, he was just gonna like, ah, that hurts. Gosh.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Oh, well, thank you. It's like having GPS. Can I save her? No. Don't even bother trying. Just don't stop going, but keep in mind horse stamina too.
Yeah.
What did it say? I like kind of feverishly read that real quick. How do I make the horse automatically follow the path without me having to steer it? I think he's already fleeing, dude. Like he's running as fast as he can go. Oh god. Right behind me. Just get to the neighboring village and then their guards can kill these dudes. They had a grave at the intersection. Must have been a bad accident there. Come on, guys.
They'll kill you all.
No, don't tell them to go. Tell them to turn around and fight.
Flee.
If they all turn around and fight, it's like 5 of you versus 3 of them. Okay, hurry up. Keep going. Dying. My screen's going red.
Go.
Don't get out of my way. They're like right behind me. I'm surprised they haven't been shooting me with arrows this whole time. I can hear them talking behind me. My gosh, this village is far away. I guess this is what traveling was like back then. It takes like a half hour to get anywhere. We did it! They are, and also killing everyone you pass. I wasn't willing to look behind. I wasn't sure if it was going to slow me down by looking behind me. Jesus Christ.
Quickly, everyone!
Oh, nice.
Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
I hit at least one of them.
the gate.
At least these guys didn't close the gate on me.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Tell
He's
me,
just gonna
boy,
rip that thing out,
who are
isn't he?
you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without
Could have had
warning.
adrenaline rushing through.
They weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tartars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Oh, that means both of my girlfriends got killed too.
I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy.
Thanks,
All
Deadline.
done.
Thanks for joining and
You're
thanks for
lucky,
the
lad.
tips.
The arrow
I'll
missed
probably,
the bone.
the arrow missed the bone.
It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War
I
is a
probably
good
won't be
teacher.
going too much longer myself, and then
Can
I'll
you
probably
stand?
be streaming it again sometime this week. So I appreciate the follow. Next time I'm on, you'll know.
There you go. Good as new.
You can come join in and give me some more tips.
Thank you.
Just have a feeling we need a lot of them, judging by
You idlers, nothing
the
better
first
to
couple
do.
hours of this game.
Get back to work. You'll have to speak
Thanks
to
for
Lord
joining. Have a
Divish.
good night.
Can you manage?
I'll probably be done myself after this cutscene's over.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge.
Oh, my elf clothes got all
There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help.
So he's the Lord,
even
huh?
if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst.
Yeah, you have to assume they're going to come here next. It's right down the
Make all
road.
the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
I want armor like that, dude. Ride to Talberg. I did it. I finished my first objective. Talk to Sir Robard. Probably play for like another 10 minutes. I'm liking it. Because I too have work in the early morning, and where I'm at right now it's 10:45. So I guess I should sleep eventually. Gosh, everything looks so good. Oh, he's right there. Wait, my bed. I can save at my bed. Where was my bed? In here?
All right. But buy a couple of kegs of wine when you've done your other chores. Make sure it's good.
Oh, I'm trespassing. There it is. Oh, that's not my bed. What the heck?
Look out.
I guess I talked to him. Maybe he'll tell me where my bed is.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
The graphics in this game are so good. Oh, my bed is in this room. Oh, he was talking to me, wasn't he?
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but
Oh,
I'm sure.
God damn it, my stomach hurts.
He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss. Sir Divish has suffered his own share.
What'd I just do?
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad.
You'd
Bojana here
actually
will
call me
take
a
care
brave
of
young
you.
man.
No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now.
He needs social
You're in
skill
capable
training.
hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Everybody's always got something to say about my appearance. I know I look like a little elf. No one's offering me any new clothes. Objective started to eat. The longer you go to the courtyard lodge and sleep there until morning. The longer you go hungry, the weaker you get, and in the end you can even die. Different foods have different properties. An apple won't fill you up like a roast duck, but it will stay fresh for longer. Some foods can be even more effective for healing. Gosh, this game has so much stuff in it. Ooh, roast duck. Hey, I got to keep the arrow that was in my leg. That's good. Door keys. I have no idea what those are keys for. Where's my hunger? Filled these things up. Healing, healing, healing. Gotcha. Nourishment 6. Oh, I'm woozy. I need to rest before I pass out. Where am I resting? Place that said I was not supposed to be before. Now I'm allowed to go there. I have permission. You can't kick me out. There we go. If you are tired, your stamina and eloquence will also gradually decrease your eloquence. So when you get tired, you can't talk straight. Sleep is the solution. Find an available bed which you'll recognize from the icon on the compass. Sit on it. Start and set how long. I don't know what that heck it just said. Sleep. Said to sleep until the next morning, right? I can't. It won't let me.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
I'm trying to sleep in here. Shh.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
First person to treat my guy decent.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you.
What?
But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Aw, she's nice.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Maybe I don't need to tell her all the details.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when
What's
Sir
going on
Radzig
here?
himself came to have a look at it.
That guy's like floating in the
He
middle
praised
of the
Father's work
sky.
and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Must be a little bit of a glitch.
I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
I guess my guy's supposed to be there, but he's not.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another.
Dun, dun, dun.
I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him, cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother, and he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn
It's
me.
an interesting cutscene.
I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear
I'm going to assume he's not supposed to be floating on the side of the room. I think he's supposed to be sitting on the bed still, but so I think it's supposed to be showing him in that scene there whenever it shows the bed, but it's not quite working right.
I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped.
It's an embellishment a little bit.
Even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible.
Oh, he's in the right spot
How
now.
could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
So where's your husband now?
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Where's this going?
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
She gives me a weird vibe. She's trying to sneak in on Henry in his sleep. Have a little midnight rendezvous with old Henry. Goodness.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Goodness. That's a horrible dream to have.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Sounds like another raid is happening, take. Alright, I guess we'll go to the battlements and see what's going on there. Take the torch. Ah, take the torch with you. Don't be a fool. If you need a light at night, use your torch by holding 1. Oh, look at that. The torch stays lit even in the rain. It's convenient. In the inventory tab, you will see all your equipment with detailed descriptions. Here you can also change your character's outfit. I can get a new outfit? I don't need to be an elf all day long? Or all game long? Wow, I'm still very drowsy. Let me in. I'm trying to go to the battlements. It's not letting me. Hello. Hello, gentlemen. Pay no attention to the elf holding the torch.
But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, you understand?
It's a weird effect.
What's going on?
The blurring that the rain causes.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Yeah. And who is it?
Maybe.
The scouts Jivis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
He's so casual about it. He's like, "Ah, we'll find out when they get here, and we just crush them." Doesn't look like it's a raiding party. They're awfully nonchalant.
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig.
Oh, it's Radzig.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right.
How'd they get out of there?
Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was
They
a wise
snuck out
man.
during the
Your
thunderstorm.
messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with
I
me.
didn't have much faith
He
in
only
me.
got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Tamber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people.
I like how he gets to ride the horse, everybody else has to walk.
If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
The elf.
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you
Why?
mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Valdic.
I've seen you've
That was a
grown
good
a
one.
thick skin since your tribulation, sir.
I can tell by all the
But
laughter.
Thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Well, that's because it's nighttime. But I get you. I get what you mean. I see,
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people.
Gosh, his
now
armor
he
looks
knows
so cool.
they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Nobody said anything. I have seen fires in the rain before.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd
Damn.
rather it was a request than
Mouthy.
answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Good luck to you.
I'm still so tired. I haven't rested. So how do I save? He said to drink that stuff that I have. Oh, okay. I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight, guys. I want to keep playing, but at this point it's past 11 my time, so I should probably get some sleep eventually. But I'm enjoying this game a lot. Actually, I like this a lot more than the Banner Lords game I played before this. It's very fun. The story is really nice. The graphics are awesome. Just every detail about this game so far is really good. So I appreciate you joining in. I'll probably be playing through this a lot more. Like, I'll probably be streaming this multiple times a night just to play through it. But in the meantime, have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye!